Living. I'm Reverend Jill, and I will be guiding our meditation this morning. We will be doing a guided presentation for a few minutes, and then we will move into the silence for the balance of the time, and then I'll let you know when it's time to come back. So I invite you to take a breath, settle into your chair, and just close your eyes. Let's take another breath. Just allow our body to find its natural rhythm of that in and that outflow. And as we do, begin to bring your attention inward. Just focusing on the breath. Ernest Holmes reminds us that we are a divine idea in the one mind of life, and that our word is the law to which it is spoken. He also tells us that healing is the substitution of truth for sense testimony, what our five senses tell us. This morning we're going to practice that substitution. Begin by simply noticing the evidence of your senses. Notice the sounds around you. Notice any body sensations. Notice thoughts moving through your mind. Notice any concerns, conditions, stories, or circumstances that have been asking for your attention. There's nothing to fix, nothing to resist. Simply notice. All of these sensations, all these experiences belong to the world of appearances. They're reports. They're observations. They're sense testimony, the experiences of your five senses. For a moment, imagine placing each one on a leaf, floating gently down a stream. A concern about the body, place it on a leaf and let it drift. A worry about the future, place it on a leaf and let it drift. A memory from the past, place it on a leaf and let it drift. A negative opinion about it, place it on a leaf and let it drift. If you hold a judgment about someone, place it on a leaf and let it drift. Without struggle, without force, simply allowing each appearance to pass by. And as these reports of your senses begin to move to the background, ask yourself, what remains? Beneath every changing condition, beneath every sensation, beneath every thought, there's an awareness that has always been present, a stillness, a presence. a life that does not come and go. Mind is the offspring of spirit, and body, mind, and spirit are one. Presence of spirit within you, not far away, right here, right now. One life, expressing as your life. The intelligence of spirit is expressing as your mind. The peace of God is expressing as you. Say to yourself, I am a divine idea in the mind of spirit. Nothing needs to be added, nothing needs to be earned, nothing needs to be repaired. The truth of who you are is already whole, complete, connected, one with spirit. As we move into the silent time of our practice, take a moment to just simply be. No words, no effort, just awareness, just present. Just spirit expressing as you. Another breath. Let it go. And gently begin awareness. Know that spirit is always right. Open your eyes. This concludes our meditation time. Namaste. And look forward to seeing you with us at 10. Right is our guest this morning, and we look forward to seeing you in service.
and soul as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together, from different worlds we are drawn together. In our own way we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole.
Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. How are you? How are you? Yay. Good, good, good. Well, welcome to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Jill Clements, and we teach successful living from the inside out here. And we're glad you're here today. Welcoming anyone that's here for the very first time. Know that you are welcome here on your spiritual journey to join us on ours. And today is the summer solstice. Did you know that? Yes, it's the longest day of the year. And now we start the march to Christmas. And it's a good time to check in with those intentions that we set for the new year. Our midway point. How are we doing? Things working out, coming together. Do you remember what you intended? That's always a good question, right? What was it? Yeah, all right. Maybe pull those out. Take a look at those. It's also Father's Day. And I want to take a moment to honor the sacred masculine energy. And there's a very wide circle of remembrance and gratitude and love that we cast this morning. To the fathers who have passed, we feel your enduring presence, your wisdom, and your love that you left in our hearts. To the grandfathers and elders, we honor your deep roots, your steady strength, and the legacy that you left in our lives. And to the young fathers currently raising the next generation, we bless your patience, your devotion, and your courage to walk this path. To all who have offered fatherly love, whether mentors, uncles, friends, or protectors, thank you. Thank you. May the divine spark within every father figure be strengthened today, and may those who have transitioned rest peacefully, and may those who walk among us be filled with joy, vitality, and wisdom. And so it is. So welcome to anyone joining us for the first time. If you would like to stay in touch with us and the community and what's happening, you can sign up for our newsletter, which comes out on Saturday mornings. We also have a Mindful Monday note that is a recap of today's message. So if you want to sign up for those, you can do so in the lobby with a QR code, I believe, yes, and on our website. Those are available and will help you stay in touch with what's happening at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. You can also check out our website at scottsdalecsl.org, where we have a lot of other information, a lot of past services and messages on there that you can watch. And we're also live streaming this morning on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning to everyone joining us in our virtual community. And we not only broadcast live on Sunday mornings, we also have a replay on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. of Just the Message. So if you want to rehear Reverend Lee's message on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., tune into Facebook or YouTube. You can catch it there. You can also catch it anytime on our website. We are a growing, vibrant spiritual community with happy to meet new friends. We have a mission, vision, and purpose. Would you join me in sharing that this morning? Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. One of the ways that we practice successful living from the inside out is through our practice of gratitude. And our gratitude reminder this morning is from Rhonda Byrne. She says, make a commitment to never let a day pass without looking for the good, praising, appreciating, blessing, and being grateful. Now, gratitude is an important spiritual practice because it keeps us focused on what is good in our lives. We're also curious this morning about how you have used right thinking or signs of mind principles in your life this week. I've got a little practice if you're willing this morning. I invite you to close your eyes and just take a breath. Let that go. And ask yourself, what am I grateful for in this moment? What am I grateful for? How did I use these principles this week in my life and the experiences that I had? Now, this can be something large or it can be something small. Hold that feeling. Take another breath. Let it go. And open your eyes when you're ready. I see some smiles. Good memories. We'll open the mic if anybody would like to share their gratitude this morning or how you used principles this week. Beverly.
The thought that came to my mind was compassion. That in the recent weeks, my sister passed away in February, and her 6 children have been flailing emotionally, but they've all just blossomed in giving compassion. And I think of how in my life so many people that you least expected are compassionate. And I'm just so grateful for the people that are aware or even not aware that are just open and willing to be compassionate.
Thank you. You're the second person that's talked about compassion this week. I like that it's bubbling to the surface. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Gratitude this week. How spirit showed up, how you used the principles.
It's been a wonderful week. I've had so much fun. Went out on Lake Pleasant this week and had a glorious day.
Nice.
We rented a boat and had a wonderful time. But I'm especially grateful to see my beautiful Strawberry and my beautiful Rachel from Northern California. So
Yay.
welcome you too, and it's nice seeing you guys.
Thank you. Anyone else? Gratitude, how we use the principles. I'm grateful for I got to play golf yesterday. Yay. It did get a little toasty, but it was fun. I think I'm still recovering from that, but here we are. All right. Thank you all for sharing. I so love to hear that. All right. Would you join me in prayer? As we go within, just bring our awareness fully present to this moment, this breath, this room, and the people that surround us. Just being fully present and recognizing that there is one power, one presence, one life. We call it spirit, we call it source, we call it universal energy, we call it God. It doesn't matter so much what title we give it because it's so infinite. It has many. But it is the one. It is the source of our very being. It is the source of life. It is the source of love. A love that is so unconditioned it's hard to imagine. A love that just gives and gives. It is infinite harmony, divine order, right action, and the absolute perfection of life revealing itself. And all of that is here now present in, through, and as me as an expression of it. As I know that it is in, through, and as each one of us gathered here, both in the room and online, and anyone listening later to this service. For there is no separation, there is only one, and we are one in the one. And because of that, we are that love, we are that harmony, that peace, that joy. We are all of those things. As spirit lives, moves, and has its being, and we live, move, and have our being in it. And so this morning, I'm grateful. I'll start with gratitude that I'm grateful for all who have joined us here today, both in the room and online. Knowing that we've all come together by divine appointment, that there are no mistakes. We're here for purpose. We're here for the purpose of the blessing of Reverend Lee's message this morning, knowing that we each hear exactly what we need to hear to buoy us for this week ahead, for the tools and the practices and the insight and the inspiration. And I know that our message this morning blesses us. And I know that all of our connections here today, for all of us coming together, that each and every one of these connections is a spark of the divine coming to life between us. And I bless all faith traditions today, knowing that there are many paths to the divine. And it doesn't matter if we're in a spiritual center like this one, on a mountaintop, a yoga mat, a church, a mosque, a temple. There's only one. And I'm grateful for this center. I'm grateful for all of its members and visitors and guests. I'm grateful for our volunteers and all that they do to make us the best that we can be. We're a very blessed community. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for it all. As I release this into the action and activity of law, knowing that it is done and it is so. And we affirm this truth together by saying, and so it is. Oh, I already did that part. Go ahead with introducing Lee. We have no music. You'll have music after? Sure. Does that work? Sure. That works? All right. Sorry, we had a little technical glitch this morning. Maybe. Well, we could all sing. Go ahead. All right. So, Reverend Lee Hite is with us this morning. We're welcoming him back to our community. He served here for a while with us. In just a little slice of his 30 plus years of ministry, service to the Centers for Spiritual Living at the national, international level, as well as locally. He's also an author, a teacher, a mentor, a dad, and a granddad, I believe. Yeah. I am thrilled to welcome back to our center, Reverend Lee Hite. Please welcome him.
Oh, my. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see y'all. So, I got the title. I got handed the title for today. Hello, is it working? And my brain, like many of you, I'm sure, instantly went to the cell phone commercial where it's like, can you hear me now? But how often in our lives do we, especially for those of us who are practicing these principles that we talk about all the time, we get into our lives, we get into a situation, and we're like, well, I've been doing everything right spiritually. I've been doing all the things. I've been doing my prayer work, my treatment work, my journaling, kept my attitude right, doing my affirmations and all the things. And what the heck is going on? My life seems to be falling apart. Anybody else? Or is it just me? Yeah, that's what I thought. We go through this kind of stuff. It's like, I'm doing all the things, but it sure as heck looks like it's not working. What's the possibility, my friends, that even when it appears to not be working, maybe it is working. Maybe it is. I mean, today we're talking about solstice. It's not only Father's Day; it's summer solstice, and so it's this is the day of the longest light of the day. But it's also the beginning of the darkness returning, isn't it? The days are going to start getting shorter immediately. And so do we look at that and go, man, dang it? Am I going to push back against this thing that says, man, it's getting dark now? Or can I still celebrate the light? Can I look at it all and just say, this is just life being life. This is life working. And I am just going to decide that yes, it's working and it's working for me. It's working on my behalf. Because even when we are in the midst of the longest day of the year, the light doesn't eliminate the darkness. It simply illuminates it. Light is not here to eliminate the darkness. It's here to illuminate it. Spiritual practices do not necessarily eliminate challenges. They illuminate our path through it. They open us up to a place that says, you know what? Maybe there is a way. Maybe I'm shifting from looking at my life and looking at the conditions of my life and seeing all of them as circumstances holding me back, or are the opportunities for me to learn and grow? Are the opportunities for me to open up to maybe a new way of being, a new way of looking at things? It's like we grow up learning from our fathers and grandfathers and mentors and those taking a more masculine role in our lives. We grow up surrounded by these people who are guiding us through all these changes and challenges. And the ones who are wise, the ones who are smart, are not the ones that simply sweep aside those challenges for us. They're the ones that support us in learning and growing our ways through them and finding our own answers. They help us discover our own strengths. So maybe when it's not working, life is giving us the opportunity to learn and grow our way through the challenges. Rather than simply removing the obstacles for us, it's presenting us with opportunities to grow into that which we say and claim and are affirming is our heart's desire. What's the possibility in that for each of us? So when we look at our spiritual practices are about alignment. And Joe, this is 2. The purpose of spirituality is not necessarily to create a perfect life. It is to awaken to the perfection that is already present within it. Right? To clean away, to clean our windshield, so to speak, of all the doubts and uncertainties and all the fears and anxieties, to sweep all that stuff away. We do our spiritual practices, and then, oh, I can see. Then I can see. So maybe when I'm doing my treatment work, what the opportunity is for me to come into greater alignment. The object is to sweep aside the things that are no longer working so that life can work for me. Ernest Holmes says this when he's talking about spiritual treatment and spiritual practices. He says, the purpose is not God's mind that needs to be changed. Back that up just a minute. It is not God's mind that needs to be changed. It is ours, is what we are about changing. Treatment is not willing things to happen. It is to provide an avenue within ourselves through which they may happen. Through which they may happen. What we're doing is creating the, as Ernest Holmes would go on to say, he says, we are creating a mold within the universal subjectivity that spirit just comes in and fills and says, okay. And that mold is always being filled and refilled and refilled and refilled. And as we change and learn and grow, so does that mold. Sometimes what is not working is the old version of ourselves that we just refuse to let go of. But I've always done it this way. I just went through my 40-hour plus a week job. We're going through a massive reorganization right now. And in the beginning, it was driving me nuts. And what I discovered within myself is that I was very attached to doing things the way I had always done them at work, because I had been doing it the same way for 18 years. And all of a sudden, come January 1st, I was being asked to change. And then on February 1st, I went from 1 email for work to 3. And on and on. And I was just, it was the whole thing. And I finally had to progressively get my way into a space where I was embracing the new way of getting to work. I was embracing the opportunities, the changes, the different ways of doing things, the opportunities to get. I actually found myself in a place where I'm getting more opportunities to be a little creative, which is kind of fun. Not so much autopilot at work, which is nice. And how often do we do that in our day-to-day stuff? Not just around the house or going on vacation or doing all the things. But when I attach to the way I've always done things, I am getting in the way of the newness I'm trying to create. It's how do I hold on to the way things have always been and move forward at the same time? It's not going to work very well. I would be essentially crucifying myself by way of my own fear, my own uncertainty, my own doubts. And sure, growth can be uncomfortable. And number four, Joe. Transformation rarely feels graceful from the inside. It's uncomfortable. Most often it feels like, what's the word? Where'd it go? 4. Nope, next one. After that. Nope, one more. Sorry. Nope. Oh, well. Anyway, transformation. Oh, here it is. I've got it here. Transformation rarely feels graceful from the inside. That's the word I was looking for. Most often it feels like uncertainty wrapped in possibility. Transformation rarely feels graceful from the inside. It feels like uncertainty, grace, wrapped in possibility. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen. And how comfortable can I be? How comfortable am I in the face of not knowing what's next? And how often do we really know what's next? Do we really know? We can make a best guess. We can say, yes, this is the path that it looks like I'm going this way. And I know I have a plan for the rest of my day. But is it really going to unfold in exactly that manner in which I am imagining it? And how am I going to handle it if it doesn't go quite right? These are the opportunities that we have to just stop and pause and breathe through the moments. And breathe through the challenges and stop and recenter and reground and really embrace kind of the idea that says, I really don't know what's going to happen. I have a vision of it. I have an idea of how it's going to be. But I always get kind of pulled back to this place that says, you know what? This is the vision, and I'm holding the vision. And I'm going to say in the same moment, the same breath, the same time, this or something better. This or something more appropriate for me. This or something that is going to lift me up and move me forward. This or something more expansive, more expressive, more aligned with who and what I am on the inside. Because again, going back to what we talked about earlier, spiritual mind treatment for me, the spiritual practices for me are not necessarily about creating something new. What they are about for me is creating a new relationship with a more expansive version of myself, with this larger idea of who I am that I may not even be consciously aware of, but that I know is inside. Clearing away all that stuff from the windshield, so to speak, that says, you know what, I can be more, I can be greater. And if I'm still here on the planet, there's still stuff for me to do. There is still growing for me to do. And yeah, sometimes, I know for myself, sometimes I get tired. Sometimes I just want to say, stop. And in those moments, I just take the time to reset. Or I have a meltdown. And let all the angst out. Let the tears out. Let the screaming out. And then come back and say, okay, I can be here. And I can be patient with me. And I can be patient with life. And I can be patient with all them out there. They're all doing it to me. And they're not really doing it to me. They're just reflecting back to me the chaos that's going on inside. Life can be a wonderful mirror. Life can be an amazing guide for me if I'm willing to stop and look and listen. Because as we all know, inside of every ending is a beginning. And inside of every failure is preparation for something new. We step through what appears to be, we step through what seems to be into a new place that says, oh, I get to do it this way now. oh, look at that. I have a new tool. I have a new spiritual practice that can maybe move me into the next step. Or maybe a new friend shows up with just a handful of little words that illuminate a challenge I've been chewing on for 2 weeks. I've had that happen. Sometimes it's a matter of getting out of my own way long enough to be able to hear or to see or to feel what really needs to happen next. We get to build a deep sense of faith within ourselves that is not about certainty of outcome, but is really about the confidence that says, there is a presence in, through, around, and as me that walks with me in each and every moment. There is something in this world, something in this life that is supporting me in what I'm doing. And we make that shift that Michael Singer talks about, the shift that says, that moves us from why is this happening to me to what is this inviting me to become. We move from why is this happening to me to what is this inviting me to become. I suspect that there are people here in the space today, people listening online or watching later, that are sitting here wondering, why are my prayers not being answered? Where is the light? I'm stuck. I'm trapped in the dark. What is going on? And sometimes it's a matter of recognizing that even in the midst of all that, even when we can't see it, the treatments work, the prayer works, the affirmations work. The seed that is living underground can't see the flower that it's going to become. The caterpillar can't see the butterfly that it's going to transform into. The dawn is not aware necessarily of the moon. Life is always working. Spirit is always active and moving in our lives. Love is always unfolding, and the light has not left us ever. It is always within us and around us and moving through us at each and every moment. And even when we close our eyes, we can see it, we can sense it, we can feel it. All of this is happening all around us in each and every moment of our lives. And it's a matter of us being still and quiet enough to listen and hear. It's always working. We just may not like the outcome in the moment. We may not like the process that we have to move through to get to that place. We may not like the process of letting go of the ideas and the things that have accompanied us to this point on the journey. But sometimes we have to let go in order to move forward. It's like a friend of mine said, Anthony, I don't know if he's quoting Tony Robbins or because he's worked with Tony Robbins for a while. He says, when you are setting sail in your boat to a new way of being to a new place in your life, don't just untie the rope, burn down the pier so you can't go back. Let's paraphrase. Burn down the dock because you don't want to go back to that place. And quite honestly, what we understand is that we can never really go back because we've changed. We've become different. And embracing that new way of being and letting go of the doubt that says, man, is it really working? Is it? Yeah. We trust that it is. We trust and know that life is always saying yes to the content of our consciousness, because that's all it has to work with. We know that there is only one life, one presence, one infinite intelligence expressing through all creation. And we trust that that life is working for us, through us, and as us. And we let go of everything that has gone before so that we can open and embrace that something new. That is what we are about. That is how we know that indeed it is working. And so I'll invite you all for a practice this week. This is a spiritual practice. Yeah, we're still doing it. We didn't check in on that earlier. All right, the spiritual practice for this week. I have it here. Oh, there it is. I'm going to offer you a question to work with this week. Where in my life am I trying to control outcomes rather than align with divine wisdom? Where in my life am I trying to control outcomes rather than align with divine wisdom? So when we start getting stuck, if we start getting stuck this week, that is the question. All right. Let's pray. Let's put this principle to practice right here and right now. And we turn within to recognize the one infinite power and presence that is God, that is this infinite spirit of life and love and truth. It surrounds us and enfolds us, lifts us up, and empowers us to see very, very clearly the truth of who and what we are. Go into this time, into the rest of this week, grateful, practicing gratitude for the sure and certain knowingness within us that this life is working for us right here and right now. The divine love and wisdom guide, guard, direct, and protect us in each and every moment. With every breath we breathe, with every thought we think, everywhere we look, we see Spirit looking back at us. Lovingly, joyfully, beautifully. We set aside now everything that has gone before, allowing the light of love and joy to shine forth through us. We create this beautiful avenue within us through which life expresses. For our good, for our prosperity, for our health, for our wholeness, for all of it. We know and trust that all is well, that life is good and very good. Not just as each and every one of us, but for each and every person we share this journey with. And so we let it be. And so it is.
I'm a new soul, working my way down an old road. Asphalt churches all around. I'm a new soul, working my way down an old road. Asphalt churches all around. Roots break through this deep foundation. Can't find my place on solid ground. No one taught me how to let go. Been hanging by a thread on a tightrope, and you can't speak what you don't know, that's for sure. So don't wait up for me. I don't need your searchlight while you're fast asleep. I'm running free. Yeah, it's alright. I know you had a plan, but that's not who I am. I don't know where I am, but I don't need your searchlight to see anymore. Raindrops fall and they feel like the open ocean. Spider webs shimmer in the dark. These movies play out in slow motion. Cobwebs linger in the heart. No one taught me how to let go. Been hanging by a thread on a tightrope, but you can still learn what you don't know, that's for sure. So don't wait up on me. I need your searchlight while you're fast asleep. I'm free. Yeah, it's alright. I know you have a plan, but that's not who I am. I don't know where I land, but I don't need your searchlight to see anymore. I'm a new soul, working my way down an old road. Just looking for a place on solid ground. So don't wait up for me. I don't need your searchlight while you're fast asleep. I'm free. It's alright. I know you have a plan, but that's not who I am. I don't know where I am, but I don't need your searchlight to see anymore.
Right. Very nice. Thank you, Reverend Lee, for your message this morning. Very nice. Reverend Lee. All right, it is time for grateful giving this morning. And if you feel nourished by today's service, we invite you to support this. I can't do two things at once. What'd you say, Joe? Yeah, that's it. That's the word. If you feel nourished by today's service and would like to support the work we do together, your gifts are deeply appreciated and help making gatherings like this and our online presence possible. So thank you for that. I invite everyone online and in the room to participate today. We have lots of different ways that you can participate listed on the slide here. QR code if you'd like to use a credit card. And then Valerie is going to be our usher today, and we'll come right directly to you. As the basket comes around, I invite you to place your gift or a blessing in the basket, whether that's financial or whether that is just a blessing of our center. All gifts are welcomed. So if you'll hold your gift over your heart, and we've got an affirmation this morning. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
Please join me in blessing that which has been circulated here today from our beautiful message from Reverend Lee, all of the hugs and connections that have happened this morning, the beautiful music that we had, and to all who have circulated their financial good to and through this center. We know that those gifts are blessed, pressed down to overflowing, not only in the life of this center, but in the lives of each one who has chosen to give today. We are so blessed, so abundant, and so it is. Thank you, Valerie. And thank you all for your generosity in supporting our mission and our vision here at the center. And it's time to welcome Bert to come up for our closing announcements this morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and thank you for the message again, Reverend. And so our closing announcements today. If you'd like an affirmative prayer today, leave a written prayer in the box up front or on our website 24/7 or see Reverend Jill. Remember to sign up today and to stay in touch and receive the weekly newsletter and Mindful Monday recap. If you would like to share your gifts and talents or learn something new, we are looking for volunteers for our audio and visual team. See Reverend Jill after service if you would like to be in service to our community. Training will be provided and the commitment is for one Sunday each month. Next Sunday is Brunch Bunch at the Picasso's, where we meet for food, fun, and friendship after service. The food is great and everyone is welcome to join. Our next Art of Living Circle meeting is Monday, June 29th, live or on Zoom. Join us at 6 to 7:30 p.m. Contact Reverend Jill if you would like to have login details for the Zoom. And mark your calendars for July 1st to join Reverend Jill on 6 p.m. for our Q3 visioning on Zoom. You'll need to register for the credentials. Again, we've got the email available. Contact Reverend Jill for that. July 19th, Sunday, Reverend Jill is once again hosting a miniature golf grateful gathering. Glow, putt, and sweet treats. We'll start with some cool glow in the dark indoor mini golf, followed by Sweet Republic ice cream. Just a $25 donation to the center covers your fun day. Build a team or come as a single. Guaranteed to have a good time, and all proceeds support our center. Next Sunday, Reverend Jill is back to complete our June series with her message, Connected by Design, where we'll explore the spiritual truth of oneness. And we'll be right back here next week at 10 a.m. for our message, 9:30 a.m. to meditate, and streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Plus, there is a Wednesday night rebroadcast of today's message at 7 p.m. on both channels for your midweek boost. Please stand for our affirmation and closing song. I live in peace and share my joy. I'm empowered by spiritual truth. Today I trust in the flow through me, and so it is. Thank you for being us with today. Please join us for our closing song.
It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, shine, let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. All in my house, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my house, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my house, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine. Out in the dark, I'm gonna let it shine, shine, let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, shine, let it shine. Let it shine, shine, let it shine.